Indy Mogul.
This week on First Films, we caught up with Peter Cornwell, the director of The Haunting in Connecticut, and asked him our 5 questions.
My first film that I made was a little short animated clay thing that lasted about 30 seconds. I just used natural light and it faded during the daytime and it was pretty lame. The one that had the biggest impact on me was Jason and the Argonauts. It had this awesome sword fight at the end with like these 7 skeletons fighting these 3 people, and it didn't just get me into animation, it got me into like sword fights and stuff. I thought it was really cool. But what I really liked is how he did the whole scene by himself, Ray Harryhausen. He would look at modern films and go, wow, there's like 80 guys doing the effects. You know, I did that one by myself. Then when I saw King Kong, I thought, that's it, I gotta do this. Big budget, blockbuster type film for no money in your bedroom with a wind up camera. With the idea of doing a sort of stop motion action film, I came up with the idea of Ward 13, which is this short film I ended up making. It's about this guy that wakes up in hospital only to discover that all the doctors and nurses are completely mad, and he has to try and escape before they perform a horrible operation on him. And it ends up with like the high-speed wheelchair chase, which was kind of like Ben-Hur, but with wheelchairs. It took a long time. It was a lot of effort, but by planning it out, every shot in advance, I could see the film in my head, and I was so excited to make it that I just was able to, keep the enthusiasm up to finally finish it. We screened it at Skywalker Ranch, and from there that went down really well. I got invited to screen at Pixar and ILM and all these great places. It was awesome.
This week on WePCTV.
You familiar with photosynth?
If we had photosynthesis, I could find my keys.
We don't have photosynthesis because we're not plants.
This is only useful to me when I'm stalking my ex-boyfriend.
WePCTV is brought to you by ASUS and Intel. You dream it, ASUS builds it, Intel inside.
My name's Dan, and I see movies everywhere. You're watching Indy Mogul.
I'd worked as a sound recordist back in Australia, so I'd been on sets and stuff, so that I didn't find that intimidating. But what's great about live action is you can do more than 4 seconds a day. In animation, it's good that you have like control over absolutely everything. You can decide when the characters should blink and everything, but it's great just having the characters blink by themselves. When I was shooting Ward 13 by myself, if I needed to get a piece of tape or a nail or something then that I didn't have, the whole production would grind to nothing while I went to the hardware store and got it and came back again. Whereas on Haunting in Connecticut, you got a whole crew and suddenly it's like things are just there. It's awesome. When I was looking at trying to get into making my own movies, I went to the Dove Simmons 2-day film school. And he says, for your first film, you should make a feature film, because he says short films never make any money. But I just made a short film, but it was a lot of effort. I just made sure it was really good, and it was like effort of an entire feature film squashed into a short film. That meant that producers and agents and stuff, they only had to sit through 15 minutes. Oftentimes, if this feature's not great, they'll only watch like the first 10 minutes anyway. So you may as well put all your effort into like that 10 minutes. So what they see is really good. Because look at me, I made one short film, and then that got me to do Haunting in Connecticut. So,
as a little thank you for Peter taking the time to talk with us at Indy Mogul, we are proud to present the trailer to his current film, The Haunting in Connecticut.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I shall die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take.
There is something evil in this house.
Wendy!
And it wants your son.
Just leave me alone!
The Haunting in Connecticut, in theaters March 27th.
Before you think about investing all your own money and burning all your relatives and stuff's investment money, you could think about just doing a short film, but make it really good.